welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, thank you for clicking. Um, so yeah, I'm back at it. We're gonna break down every day the market. I did not trade today, which I'm grateful for because honestly, the strategy took a loss. If you stuck to the strategy 100%, you would have taken a loss today. And it is what it is. You know what? Actually, let's get into the numbers of things before we talk about today's price action. So, taking a look at my Excel sheet, one of the one of the things that made me successful last year and that I stopped doing unfortunately was this Excel sheet. So taking a look at last year's number, I had a lot of information and it made me confident in my trades, right? Overall, I had a 61% win rate, which was great. I had a 60% win rate during red folder news, 64% win rate during a no news. I had everything dialed in. I would mark up my actual trades on TradingView. I would copy and paste the link. So I was journaling every single trade. Uh, Fast forward to August, right? No, was it October? October, I believe, was the last time that I posted. And then things just fell off from there. So it was the holiday season. I had a lot of things going on as far with my family and everything else. And I stopped journaling. And it was the worst thing I did because honestly, it just made me take unnecessary risk. It made me not stick to my rules and not follow things the way they were supposed to. Taking a look at the actual trade setups that I had, even though it completely fell off in October, there was October was a 43% win rate, so it was a slow month. November was a 50% win rate, and December was a 50% win rate. And the amount of trades that were happening in that month were slim to none even though I was still net positive each month 4,000, 5,000, 2,000 for December. I have not had a losing month since January of last year, not even till this year. And it just sucks that sometimes I get impatient and I don't stick to my rules, right? So it is what it is. Well, I'm only human. Um, and whatever. I made the wrong choice, and now I'm making the right ones, right? So I got back on my grind. I got back on my channel. I passed my top step challenges, and now we're gonna pass the new ones that we just opened up, right? That is my goal. Um, I'm currently $300,000 funded, so we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna hit that million mark. We're gonna hit that 2 million mark. We're gonna hit that 3 million mark, and we're gonna do it all fucking together. Fuck that shit. Let's speak that shit into existence. So jumping into this year, right? So this year overall, my win rate is less. I'm at a 53%. I still have to go back and finish filling in the news types. I still have to sit there and start filling in the rest of my actual markups, which I haven't done. I got really lazy with it, and it showed within my trading because it took me a lot longer than it should have to pass my top steps. Getting into the numbers of this year, my win rate for January was a 42%, February a 45, March was a 56, April was a 73. April by far was my best month, and that's what pushed me over the top of Top Step. I have not been negative in a month. $3,000, $4,000, $6,000, $13,000. I have not been negative for a month, which is great. It's phenomenal. I didn't have as many trades as last year within these same months. So if you compare apples to apples, right? January to April, I have 43 trades this year. Last year I had 58 trades. I had 15 more trades and I had a higher win rate. So obviously my ego was higher, right? Like I was like, yeah, I'm good. So I profited last year $43,000 within the same time frame, where this year I'm only up 26. And you say only 26. If you have that's 26,000 as far as risking 1,000 to make 2,000. If I had, I don't know, 5 accounts of $100,000, that's 26 times 5, right? So it's a lot of money, and I just have to think about it in those terms. It's more about not so much how much you can make off of one account, right? It's growing your capital so you can make more, right? Less risk, more capital. So that's the process for this year, and that's what we're gonna accomplish. Anyways, I just wanted to run through the numbers with you guys. I'm more than likely gonna set this sheet up again so I can put the link out there. I don't know if my old link is still working, but I don't think this is the actual sheet that's connected to that one. So I'm going to sit there and update it. I also ran it on ES, but January was phenomenal and it fell off in February. Um, I was working on a Nasdaq for inverse fair value gap thing, which I was tracking as well. But honestly, like this strategy is so simple, and it just has to win, right? It just has to win more than 33% of the time to be profitable. And it does, right? Like it's proven itself. This is 2023. I'm pretty sure I had on my old sheet I have 2022. I should bring that over to this sheet as well because I did backtest 2022. I backtested it on FX replay and I was still positive. And I didn't have a losing month. I didn't have the best months. It was definitely less. It was more like this year where not as many trades, but it still was overall profitable. So, anyways, let's get into the chart. Let's take this off. The strategy is simple for you guys that are new. You're going to take price from 12 a.m. to 8:30, and whatever happens to price, you're going to let it do whatever it does. It's not like you can change it anyways, right? Price can only do one to two things. It can either go up or go down. You know, it's extremely, predictable in that manner, right? So whatever price does, it does. You're going to mark out the high. You're going to mark out the low. It lets me mark out the low. And you're going to let price either take out the high or the low. Well, let's just say in this scenario, take out the high, right? Then you're going to wait for it to create a market structure shift for the trend to start to show pattern of a reversal. At that point, you're going to pull out your fib and you're going to enter in at the 61.8. Hopefully there's a fair value gap because it kind of gives it more confluence. You enter and you target 2 times risk. That's it. That is the gist of the strategy. So today I marked up as a loss on my sheet because today was not a winning day. So those numbers includes today's loss. So yesterday's video, I had mentioned that I was targeting, I wanted to see as far as drawn liquidity to be the daily fair value gap on the buy side. It never got filled. So playing price out, you're going to see that today we had news at 8:30. Right? So today we had news at 8:30. And the market just completely dumped. Typically at this point, I would be looking for a reversal back to the upside to fill this entire imbalance. But unfortunately, we didn't get the setup that I was looking for, right? So for the for my strategy to be valid, you needed to see something like this form. And we just never got this. And then we filled this candle. So unfortunately, since we never got this, even though I was bullish at this point, like overall I was bullish because I wanted to see this imbalance to get filled at least halfway, 50% or to the 61.8 of this push, but we just didn't get an entry as far as the setup goes, right? So let's just play price forward and you'll see what I mean. See, price is bullish and it kept just going up. So overall, I didn't get an entry, which sucked, but it is what it is. At this point in time, I had to leave, so I wasn't by my computer. So I was still looking at the chart on my phone, but since I'm using NinjaTrader and I'm not trading off my phone, there was no way of me getting it on an entry. So it is what it is, right? Playing price forward. So for this to be a valid buy, you would have to take out this lower high. So there, you would need a candle closure above this lower high. We wicked it, we took liquidity, and then we impulsed down, right? So definitely it was not a displacement to the upside where you want to see that price is still going to continue to be bullish. The fact that we took this slight liquidity and impulse down made me feel like price is more likely going to continue to be bearish, right? Especially after that wick of liquidity. Where is it? Right there. At this point in time, I zoomed out to my 4 hour. Oops. Spoiler. And I noticed this low, right? Which we took out with the news candle. And then I noticed this low, right? Going back to the 5 minute, I was targeting this low at this point, right? This, as far as just looking at price in itself. If I was going to get another reversal, more likely I want this to be ran and then for us to get pushed to the upside. That's what I would have wanted, right? Playing price forward. And we just go bearish. And then we eventually take out. Okay, no. Eventually, no. So this is right here would have been your entry, right? The pattern that we were speaking about before, right? Here, took it out, and here you have your market structure shift. So here you would enter in at the 61.8 and then target 2 times risk. Unfortunately, just looking at the market in itself, you see that all your sell candles are straight displacement, right? They're large volume candles compared to your bullish candles. Your bullish candles are very weak. They're not really pushing up. So I would like to believe that I would not take in this trade, but I'm grateful that I wasn't at my computer, so it forced me not to take the trade regardless, right? Because playing price forward, you're going to notice that ultimately we never took out this liquidity, right, which is this low over here. And that low ultimately does get taken out. And since that gets taken out, our entry fails. It reacted, but the 61.8 would be somewhere around here. So you got stopped out. So it would have been a loss for today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't get upset. You know, I didn't take the trade, which is fine. Even if I did take the trade, I wouldn't be upset about it because I'm sticking to my rules, right? I keep looking at that Excel sheet that I posted earlier and reassuring myself that the strategy works. It worked for a year. It's worked for a year and 4 months. It worked for the year prior to that. So the strategy does work. It's just sticking to the rules. Risking 1%, taking profit at 2%, no move to break even. One of the issues with my Top Step account was I kept moving everything to break even. I would get stopped out and then it would hit my TP. So I just have to be, I'm just saying this for myself, guys. You know, I'm just trying to reassure myself all over again to get back into the whole grind and mood of trading. So stick to your damn rules. Stick to your damn rules. It is what it is. So I do miss out on a lot of trades, right? So unfortunately, if you take a look at yesterday's trades, and I want to propose this question to you guys and see what you guys think. I'm thinking about opening up another challenge, but basing it off of 1 minute market structure shifts. So not going in on the pullback because sometimes I do miss the move, which completely sucks, right? So I'm thinking of like market structure shifts on after 9:30, right? So for example, here's price playing out. We're gonna want price to take out this high. What time is it right now? Here you go, 9:25. Drop down to the minute. We're gonna get price push up right there. Market structure shift to the downside. You take entry, short position, no pullback, exactly on the market structure shift. And let's say we cover, you could cover the high, but let's say you cover around there. If it passes there, you're probably gonna get stopped out anyways. Targeting 2 times risk. Or whatever. Let's cover the high. Better safe than sorry, right? Playing price out. We get full TP? Maybe we don't. Minute count takes long, huh? Let's go to a 5 minute. Jeez. Oh, finally. Full TP. So I'm thinking as far as, because I typically miss the bulk of the move. Sometimes I want to do a scenario where I'm gonna put my strategy, right, the 5 minute with the OT pullback to the 61.8 versus a straight 1 minute sweep of liquidity with a market structure shift, and put them head to head, starting fresh next month, because next month's tomorrow, and see how it goes. You guys let me know what you think, if it's a good idea. I'm thinking about doing it just so I get bored, right? Like, I don't know. I know, like, I should just, less is more, right? But I honestly do get bored, and I just want to run it. Like, I want to run it. Like, I enjoy sitting here looking at charts. I enjoy getting into a trade. I don't enjoy losing, but who the hell enjoyed losing? If I would have just covered the fair value gaps, that TP would have been a lot faster. But yeah, anyways, that was an idea that I was kicking around. Put them like, two different strategies. One, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, and then two, I haven't really back tested this. I just know that I lose out on a lot of entries, but who knows? This might have um a lower win rate, or might have a higher win rate. Like, honestly, like who the hell knows? But that's what I plan on doing. You guys let me know. You guys drop some comments. I really appreciate everybody who's been leaving me comments. It's honestly motivated me to make these videos. And I'll be back here tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoy the content. Anyways, you guys have a good night, and see you tomorrow.